Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television, and I'm here with Beth Overhowl. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Gary. It's a good day.
It's a good day,
Every
that's right.
day's a good day.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, we're celebrating 15 years of Central Kentucky Television this year, and Beth has been working with us here for about eight or nine of those years,
right.
you know,
sometimes
so big part.
a lot, sometimes, it started out and it evolved and there was more and more to do, and then backed off a little bit and sort of did a semi-retirement thing, and lately you haven't seen a lot of me, though.
That's right. We haven't been able to see a lot of Beth for past few months. She has been doing some stuff behind the scenes, but not a lot in front of the camera. And I have had some people asking, where's Beth? Because they're used to seeing you all around. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit and let people know why they may not have been seeing you as much. And then hopefully we're going to be able to get to see you some more in the near future again, right?
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Exactly. So tell us, a few months ago you had some
disturbing news. Yes, discoveries. And I was in Culebra, Puerto Rico, which is a remote island in Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. Having the time of my life. I had 3 months of vacation homesteading. I was taking care of a little house there. When I started getting some disturbing symptoms, having quit smoking in May. And the symptoms I was getting, I attributed to the fact that I had quit smoking, thinking, oh, okay, great. It means that my lungs are clearing. Well, that's not what it meant. And then some pain started being associated with it. When I investigated, I've been there about a month. The local doctors there said, go home and get further testing. And as it turned out, I had stage 4 metastatic lung cancer. It had gone into my liver. So it was a pretty serious diagnosis,
Yes. And it was in both lungs.
It was in both lungs and in 2 spots in the liver. Mm-hmm. And the cancer that's in the left lung was about the size of a tennis ball, and that's what was causing pain because you could feel it on both sides. And so it was, like, oh my goodness, that's serious.
And this was about August.
August.
Correct.
I think I came home the 1st of August, mm-hmm. and had found a friend who could house sit for me, and she came and took over my duties. And I came back to Campbellsville and had the testing done, and then we determined a treatment plan. And the first 3 months, the radiation and the chemo just wears you out. It really makes you very tired, and you need to be sleeping a lot. I guess your body's trying to recover from what it's doing to you at the same time. So that's one reason I just wasn't available too much to do much for Channel 6. And
you were taking care of the
I was
important
taking
things.
care, but the good thing with that first kind of chemo that I had, I kept my hair.
That's right.
And the fatigue was the biggest side effect, and I didn't have too much nausea. I was just sleeping all the time and catching up on TV shows, and it was all right, And then when I went back after 4 months or 3 months, 3 or 4, because the radiation lasted 15 rounds, and then the chemo started. So after 4 months, we did a contrast dye kind of scan, and they determined that the lung lesions were shrinking, were reducing, but the ones in the liver were not, which makes sense because your liver is a detoxing organ, and it didn't like to let the chemo into the liver. That's the way I look at it, So we had to change our tactics and go for a new treatment, and that's when the hair started falling out, but the fatigue level changed. I have more energy.
Right.
So I thought, well, this is an interesting trade-off. It's I've had some stomach problems, like discomfort.
Right.
But I've got more energy.
Well, you might want to mention we're doing this actually on Tuesday, and just yesterday you had your
my chemo yesterday.
Your chemo yesterday.
Right.
But you get some.
They give me a steroid on chemo day, and the other one they gave me some steroids before chemo day. So I actually had 3 days of like gopher up in the cleaning house and getting things done.
And then chemo
and then chemo and then I expect tomorrow I'll be on the couch for the whole day because but I was up last night almost all night because of the steroids and getting things done. I wrote letters and I paid bills, and then I took a nap, and not a very long one, and just like coffee. It was a coffee.
Yeah.
And
keeps you going.
And then
and that's why we decided to do this today.
That's why we're doing it today. I've got the energy today, and
that's right.
it's
And
my
this is a
daughter will
wig.
let me drive.
Right on
She
these
won't let
days.
me drive when she thinks I'm too tired. Yes, this is one of many looks that is the result of, on my birthday, I had my children all come home and we had a ceremonial sort of shaving of the head, because by that time a couple of weeks had been, just like you see in the movies where you put your fingers through your hair and you come out with hair. You know, just easy, doesn't hurt.
Yeah,
But your
just
scalp
nice.
does sort of hurt from,
Really?
like, I don't know if you've ever worn a ponytail in your whole life, but
No.
women will understand this. When you wear a ponytail sometimes and then you let it down or you barrette your hair a different way, it'll be a soreness of your scalp where your whole scalp hurts as this hair's starting to fall out. So I was looking forward to shaving day. And as a matter of fact, we videotaped it.
That's right, and we're going to show you that here in just a little bit.
That's right, and it was a fun day. I mean, we made it a fun thing. I figured, St. Baldrick's, I've covered those for Channel 6 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing you notice is that they treat it with a celebratory
Right.
attitude. And none of those people there, this makes me tear up a bit, none of those people have to shave their heads. None of those people have to go bald.
Mm-hmm.
But they do it to raise money and awareness for people with cancer. And so I thought, you know what? When it comes to the point where I feel like I'd be more comfortable with a shaved head than really thin hair or with it falling out all the time. When it comes to that point, I'm going to make it a fun thing, and
That's right.
and celebrate the fact that hey, I'm still alive.
Mm-hmm.
I've got another day to look forward
looking
to.
good.
And there are benefits to wearing wigs. There are definitely, the shopping for them alone was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got 2 or 3 wigs that I've donated and loaned out to the various theater groups
Mm-hmm.
that I'm part of. We've used some on Channel 6. Then I've got to go collect now so I can have at least a different look a day if I want to.
Right?
My daughter doesn't like this look. She thinks it's she used the word spunky.
Because it's a different shade on the back. Yeah.
It's that,
You can
and
spin around
it's
on your chair.
curly.
Yeah.
It's
a different color.
My son got married a week and a half ago, I guess, and this was the formal wig for the wedding. But
And that was another trip.
That was an adventure.
To Brazil.
To Brazil. He got married in Brazil. Just got home Friday. So a week ago. Is today Friday?
No,
No,
today's
today's not
Tuesday.
Friday. Okay, Tuesday. See, you lose track.
You were
of
supposed to
time.
get back a week ago tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
but
that's right.
That didn't work out.
Oh, we had all kinds of adventures there.
Yeah, you spin around again,
Oh, yeah,
too.
yeah.
We do have some of your original hair still there,
Yes,
right?
I do. When it came time to shave the head, my daughter was in charge of kind of plotting out the little braids so that everybody could get a snatch of my hair. Everybody wanted a braid, and they were little braids because there wasn't much hair left. And when it came time to cut this last one, they said, "Do you want to leave a rat tail?" And it's not centered because we hadn't thought about it. It's just kind of on the side. And I said, "Why not?" So
That's right.
yes, this little piece is still me, and
Yeah. It's braided up.
and it's not coming out because here's a trick: when you're losing your hair, if you want to go with the dreadlock look, put them in braids, and it'll start dreading up right there for you. So I don't think it's going to fall off my head until the whole thing falls off my head.
So you got to keep some
And
of
this
your own.
little piece doesn't get cold. Another thing, I may come back to Channel 6 with this after I perfect this. I have learned at least 3 scarf wrapping techniques so far, because in Brazil it was too hot to wear the wigs on the beach, and we went to the beach at least 3 times. So and we were out walking in the museum and outside places, and I would have to just rip off the wig. It was just too hot, and so I had to learn how to wrap a scarf around my head. So I've learned 3.
So that was cooler.
Much cooler, and it's sort of flat. If you don't do it right, it looks weird, So I may come back after I've got about 5, and we can share some
Absolutely.
tips on
Techniques.
how to wrap. Because I don't know how to do this around my neck once, much less my head. So I'm learning a lot.
And like a turban.
That's what's cute about them. And you gotta have the right length. And squares you do different than you do the long ones, and
Okay.
so each one's a little. And sometimes you do 2 to get a contrasting color. And then one girl on YouTube actually used T-shirts. She would cut them a
Okay.
certain way and then wrap it and knot it up. So yeah, that would be a topic of conversation.
Absolutely.
Any viewers out there that have some tips on how to wrap scarves around your head, maybe give Gary a call and we'll get it together on it.
Yeah, and we'll share that.
Yeah.
You did have a party actually with several ladies in the community when we first discovered about this.
They brought me
for
scarves.
Scarves and
then,
hairpieces
I
and
was a
stuff.
little bit disappointed when my hair didn't fall out. It's like, what am I going to do with these hats and scarves?
Yeah.
My hair doesn't fall out.
And now they come in handy.
Now I'm really glad I have them.
So this is your second round.
Third of the new. I just had it yesterday.
Right, second mixture of different chemos.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I have one more of this drug before
Okay.
they'll do a follow-up scan to see how it's working. But if how it feels any indication, hopefully we'll have good
stuff.
news.
Absolutely.
I am actually planning on my second, third week, kind of in the middle of that, to go for another week to Puerto Rico. So I've got another trip to go have a reunion with my friends that I left behind when I had to rush home. So February's got something to look forward to, and then I'll pick something for March. That's kind of what we do now that we know the way it runs.
Mm-hmm.
Pick something to
During
look
that good
forward
week.
to. Mm-hmm.
Have
To
stuff
go
to do.
something. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, shopping or just something. Shopping for that wedding. Gosh.
Well, that was a lot of work too.
Well, it was, but it's fun. And my daughter was in the way. Well, in Brazil, the mother of the bride and the mother of the groom actually stand up front with the maids and the
Okay.
groomsmen. And I didn't know that. And I thought, and they called her a ceremonialist. She's the one that conducted the wedding. She had a lot to say.
The mother of the bride.
No, it was the woman that was the preacher.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She had a whole lot. I've been to a few Catholic weddings. And she could have been running mass. We were there standing the whole time.
Okay.
I said, I don't know if I'll ever do this again, because standing's tiring when you're tired anyway.
Yeah.
But there was one point in the wedding, it was my son's turn to say his own vows, whatever he wanted to say to Olivia. And he was tearing up, and he was choking up, and I was standing pretty close to him, and the ceremonialist beckons to me to come up, keeps beckoning me to come in closer to Bo. And that's not an American thing.
Yeah.
And so I finally got there, and I went like this on Bo's shoulder. He turns to me and said, "What, do you want to do it for me?" Which broke the tension.
Yeah.
Tension.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, I guess that's all she wanted me to do was break the tension. So there were little moments like that in the wedding that were pretty different.
So how long was the ceremony?
Oh gosh, it felt like an hour, but it probably wasn't more than 45 minutes.
Okay,
But
well, still.
that's a long time to be standing.
And in the
there.
heat.
And a lot of the
What was the
guests
temperature
were
like?
standing too. It would be on the coast when we were at the beach area, which is where the wedding was. It was probably as hot as it was in Rio, but it didn't feel as hot. And I'd say it was between 80 and 95. 104 one day in the city. Rio was hot.
Yeah. But last night, I bet when it was really cold here, you were thinking, well, that was nice weather.
Yeah. I just don't get out when it's cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Just stay
in.
home. But
Well, you were
we've had
always
them all.
cold-blooded anyway.
Always,
Yeah.
always. I'd be working up here on the phones or whatever and editing and have 5 layers on. But the hill gets the wind
Yeah,
too.
it does.
And we get the best views in Marion County, but we do get the wind.
Yeah, it can be a little chilly.
It can be.
But so everything is going well right now.
It all is very well. This is something I've learned. Everybody has something.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something. It doesn't matter how good your life's going. There's always something that's gonna throw a little curveball at you, and it's a challenge and how you approach those challenges in life is what determines your life is going to be like. And that's just the way I look at this. Nobody knows the day when their days on earth will end. Even those who've been diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic cancer don't know the end of their days. And a car could hit you. So, you know, it's best just to approach it with a sense of adventure. You know, okay, well, let's just take this challenge on and see how we can make it fun. We certainly had a lot of moaners and complainers in Brazil who couldn't speak the language. We had a 4-car caravan driving through the city streets of Rio, getting lost, and tensions were high, you know, and they were just, when will we ever get out of the cars, you know, and things like that, and the heat and all that. And I don't know if you know Dr. Shively, but he was one of the guests, and he came to the wedding from Campbellsville. He was a hoot to have along, and you'd say, how are you doing, Dr. Shively? He says, I'm loving it. You know, you could just hear the difference in the attitude of the approach to the challenges that we were all having. And I think that's something that's, you know, I'm more aware even now of little things aren't what you should get all bent out of shape over. Now, I did get a little upset with somebody, and I won't mention who jumped in the swimming pool during the reception and did a cannonball, causing the sound equipment to get wet, causing the DJ to have to shut down the music for about half an hour. I got a little bit upset with that person. And the other two that jumped in after. Him. After him. All three of them were hymns. And, you know, you see that in movies all the time, these parties and such, and everybody in their formals, and somebody gets this wild hair to jump in the water. And you just don't realize what it's going to do in reality when they do it. But now I'm glad it happened. You know, that night, I can't believe it. I was so mad. Because, like, all these kids were having such a good time dancing, and they had to stop, and what are they going to do? And we paid this DJ all this money, and, you know, what if its equipment's ruined? And fortunately, he dried it real fast, got a hairdryer, and make sure the internal thing. There's no problem. It just took half an hour away. Well, the bride and the groom took it in stride, went and cut the cake instead, you know, and did the champagne toast, and just did something that required less noise.
Right.
And then now it's a story to tell.
That's right. They made lemonade. They made lemonade there. That's right.
So, and that's just, I do, the one side effect of both chemo treatments has been watery eyes. Like you have an allergy, you know, and your eyes kind of run. But in addition to the watery eyes I have because of that, things make me cry. You know, it's just, oh, that's so pretty. Or, you know, and walking down the aisle, there's a picture of me, my lip puckered out because I'm walking with my son. And just, you know, just you find so much joy in life and in the beauty and people.
You've always had a great disposition looking for the positives and stuff in nature and everything that's occurred, too. And I'm glad that
it's helpful.
Yes, exactly.
It's very helpful.
And have a great outlook on everything that's going on. And again, this is your second mixture with the chemo. In a couple of weeks, we'll know another.
How this one's doing.
And hopefully it'll be the last round had some positive effects.
It did.
It did shrink several of the lung lesions, correct?
Right.
So hopefully this one will have as much or even better effect on all the
rest of them. Right,
you know?
right.
So.
And the fatigues, the quality of life is what your doctor keeps talking about when you're at this kind of cancer. One of the funny things my daughter and I have discussed a lot is they talk about palliative care versus what I call alternative medicine. And the alternative people want you to watch your diet and, you know, no sugars anymore and don't drink alcohol anymore and, you know, seek out acupuncture and seek out strange things, you know, just whatever. Massage, just all of it.
Right.
Alternative
forms.
But the palliative care people think that your odds are bad, you know, in the general, and that your approach should be have the time of your life. You know, get your bucket list taken care of. Drink if you want to have a drink. You know, continue your coffee habit. So, you know, and so there's two approaches to how people deal with cancer, and I hear statistics going both ways, you know.
Right.
So if I want to have a palliative day, I will, like my birthday, you'll show the video. I'm having a couple glasses of wine when they shave my head.
That's good.
Liquid courage, but that's not every day, you know. It's and then
a mixture of both is probably the best thing.
And I've cut back on my Oreos. You know, certain thing, and I'm trying to not
You're saying
have
that
so many sugars.
your flavors or whatever, your choice of what to eat has changed
It
too,
definitely
right?
has.
Evolved.
It has. It definitely has. And what your taste buds change.
Taste buds. There you go.
So yeah, you don't. There's certain things you don't like when you try it. The Brazilian food was really odd to me. I had a real hard time. I lost weight in Brazil, but
was it spicy or?
different spices, different flavors and gooey looking and stuff. And so I preferred whole foods, you know, the fruit and the breads and
stuff of that nature.
plus I kind of recognize.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Universal food.
Right. And I'm not a meat eater anyway, so I stuck with seafood. And we did find a sushi restaurant that pretty much had what we recognized in it. But everybody else was exploring a little bit more with their food. And I normally would have been too, but if it doesn't taste good, I'm not going to eat it right now.
Right.
But I have cut back on my sweets.
And you're drinking.
And my drinking. Oh, yeah. Well, I'd already cut quite a bit back on that.
But enjoy it when
enjoy it
occasionally.
Occasionally, yeah.
Yep. And so we're going to show you this video that Beth did with her 3 kids, right? When you got your hair shaved off.
3 kids and an almost daughter-in-law.
Right. Okay. And we're going to show you that for you, and then hopefully in a few weeks maybe we'll have Beth back, tell us how things are going, and try and teach us something to do with those scarves.
Yeah, what hair I have will be a little longer. Maybe we can get Stevie to come up and tell how she dealt with it, because she was the bald producer. She produced the most money last year at St. Baldrick's.
Right.
And she might have something to say about how she handled it. And her hair's not grown that. It's longer, but it's, in a year I would wonder if she's been
trimmed.
Yeah, if she's been trimming it. I'd like to know, really.
We'll get to find that out then.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. And hopefully you'll still have
I have my pigtail.
your little pigtail. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And here's the video with Beth and her kids.
Here's her part, her bald spot. Yeah, no.
We don't have any real little braids, so your hair's been You're stuck right now, though. Well, once I cut it, then you can take the
pictures
razor
too from
thing
back
and
when
just-
I was in college, stuff like that.
For the most part, but once you cut those off, they're still going to be.
So
you're
you
gonna have to
doing
go
anything
cutting.
special right now?
Razor will do it.
Well, yeah, it will.
Well, come on, man. What are we waiting for?
You know?
Cut
That way
this
you
one
get
right
face
here.
and
Cut
this.
this
Okay,
one.
okay, but this is
That one I
That's
can
the one
see.
you want. Okay, wait.
This one I want.
Wait. Okay.
Behind the ponytail.
Oh my God. They're
Get
cute
ready?
little
You going in
braids.
3 seconds?
Well, just do it.
One,
They're awful cute.
2.
Little Ow. Oh, damn.
Jesus.
There. What are you doing?
Isn't that cute? That's a cute little.
Who knows? You might like your hair on this.
I'll leave the option for you later. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna do it just like Bo.
Okay.
Don't do it like that. That was
No.
not bad.
It's
You
dangerous.
hurt her.
Did it hurt?
I was
No,
trying to.
not really. They're so fragile now they'll fall out. So, oh, that feels good though. The way you're doing it, you know, you can feel like each hair.
Letting go.
Oh, that's cute. I feel kind of like a nun. At least
Here, where's that
see
little
why
pin?
old women shave their hair.
Let's do this.
My
Yeah, some people do it.
goodness.
Let's do this.
Why do you need more up there? I think.
You want some hairspray to go with it?
No. Oh, that actually is interesting, isn't it?
Now is when we could use that vacuum cleaner.
Ah, really?
Wait, no, over. Shake
Oh,
it.
your hair looks like
All
grandma's.
right, Bo, it's your turn. It does look like grandma's. It does. Wow. You don't look like grandma though, but your hair does.
I don't remember Grandma's hair ever looking like this. It's really gotten pale for some, out of the blue, hasn't it?
It was white, right?
Yeah, it's lost its color.
How does it do that?
I don't know. It's
It hasn't
bizarre.
turned. Is this the one that was supposed to be mine?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll set that under Angel's phone.
Okay.
That's really weird. Kind of feels interesting.
That one?
It's probably white.
That one?
You know?
These are going to Sue.
This one? All of them?
Yeah, let's watch this one in the
Is
camera.
this the last one? Nope.
Oh, there's 2 more.
That one's a tight one. Does that hurt?
No.
No. Because I double checked whenever I did it.
Yeah, there you go. There's like 6 hairs holding it on.
You should leave this bit. We'll shave everything but
Yeah,
this
what
bit.
about that?
Well, hell,
Leave
if,
you
I,
one
if we
little
were
dress
planning
on.
on leaving it, I would have just done it back here.
Where is it? We didn't plan
I
that.
would have
I
just
know.
done it
No,
as a
but this
rat
one. Just
tail.
leave this one. This rat tail.
The rat tail?
This
Is it
section.
Sort of off
That
center?
section right there.
Sort of off center?
Yeah.
And see how far it lasts?
Yeah.
For it off all
It's
night?
really off center. I don't know. I think we should have planned for it. And I think that would have been good, but no.
We
Yeah.
did really- But no, you know what? That's not awful. I kind of like that. That's kind of funny. I can pin it. Well, you can't pin it up. If I'm bald everywhere else, I
But
can
you
pin
keep it.
up.
But you keep it under your wig.
Mom,
What? Oh, to see the ponytail.
Yeah.
Huh. That would be a testament, you know, if it ends up.
are we leaving that?
Sure. Let's leave it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure, let's do it. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. But well, we can.
Yeah.
Do I look like Sinead O'Connor?
Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead O- yeah.
It really doesn't look bad. Hold on, I think we need to pause for a second.
Well, it's a lot of different lengths. Can you make it the same
I
way?
think it looks good.
It's a lot of different lengths, right?
Does it not kind of look good?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks good. I think you